Hello, all you hardcores out there, how you doing? Russell from Poker's Corner, the biggest job in sport. We say the things on you nobody dare say. Is that right, Sam Jones? You cocksucker. Oh, Sam Jones. He loves me, really, don't you, Sam? Pop, pop, bang. Right. Last 50 years, going back, who's the best British fighter? The best, the top 20. My top 20. People might say, oh, okay, you didn't put him in. You didn't put him in. What about him? What about him? He beat so-and-so. It's subjective. All right? There we go. 20th best fighter of the last 50 years. In my opinion, Robin Reid. Olympic medalist. WBC world champion. IBO world champion at super middleweight. Robbed in certain fights. We know who against, don't we? In my opinion, he got robbed against Sven Otka. Got robbed. Thought he beat Calzaghe. CompuBox says he did. But, you know, it's not on that, is it? It's on judges, isn't it? So, split decision against Joe Calzaghe at his peak. But he had other good wins. So, it is what it is. Went out to Italy. Won a world title out there in Italy by stoppage. So, 20th, Robin Reid. 19th, best fighter in the last 20 years. David Haye. World silver medalist. Cruiserweight unified. Heavyweight champion. Not bad. Pay-per-views. Fell in love with himself, in my opinion. Wasn't as dedicated, had an explosive style. But is in my top 20. Ricky Burns, freeweight world champion. Oh, okay. He was given gifts. Yeah, one of them weights. He were given a belt by Uncle Bricktop via email, but still a freeweight world champion. It didn't work out for Ricky Burns financially like it should have done. I mean, people should be fawning over him. You know, will he get into Hall of Fame? I'd like to think so. A freeweight world champion from UK, but we're going to see, aren't we, in years to come. So Ricky Burns in 18th. In 17th, Horsecock. It's Johnny Horsecock Nelson. 7-year reign of terror with the WBO. I don't know about reign of terror, but anybody who can win a British or European title and have a 7-year reign as a WBO champion, you've got to be in mix, haven't you? In Poker's top 20. We give Horsecock some stick, don't we? But he's always there or thereabouts, isn't he? 16th position, and he's still fighting. Sonny Edwards. Forget how he carries off behind the scenes and what he says on social media. We can't deny the fact that he can fight. He can fight. Boxing is the sweet science. It's not about banging people out all the time. It's the sweet science, and he's got skills to burn, hasn't he? So he's in my top 20, mainly because of his reigns. Now, he's been a world champion over 3 years. So 15. $1 million crawler. Old $1 million. Anthony Crawler. The reason I put Anthony Crawler in this is because he had setbacks in his career. Gary Sykes beat him twice. He had other losses, but he came through them. And he ended up fighting Lomachenko. Ended up getting pay-per-view, and for what he came through, I think he deserves credit, because people were saying he'd be lucky to be English level, wouldn't they? But look what he went on to achieve through hard work and dedication, and applying his craft and learning his craft. So Crawler, 15th. In 14th spot, Herbie Hyde. Why have I picked Herbie Hyde? Well, mainly because he's a two-weight world champion. A two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Two-time. He did well at cruiserweight, but I don't think he won a world title at cruiserweight, did he? But a two-time heavyweight champion. It's not to be sniffed at, is it? It's got to be in there, hasn't he? Got to be. Absolutely got to be. In 13th position, Clinton Woods. There were no English belt in them days, so Clinton went area, British, Commonwealth, European, and an IBF world champion over 3 years. Fought the best of the best at light heavyweight. Who can forget his trilogy with Glenn Johnson? You know, been in with Roy Jones, Tarver, all them sorts of people, Cloud. So Clinton Woods is in there. In 12th position, it's a joint 12th position. Anthony Joshua and Carl Thompson. Okay, you put Anthony Joshua in 12th position. Yeah, because he's been spoon-fed. But, you know, he's got wins over world champions, and no matter what you say, Olympic gold medalist, world silver medalist. And Carl Thompson, you know, WBO world champion, IBO world champion at cruiserweight, world Muay Thai kick, is it Muay Thai champion or kickbox? I think it was Muay Thai world champion. Is a combat sports specialist. You wouldn't like to meet Carl Thompson down an alley late at night, would you? He'd put you on button moon. So Carl Thompson, joint 12. In the 11th spot, people might be surprised about this because he goes on the radar. Why? He won everything. British, Commonwealth, European, world champion. He won a few. I think he won a couple of belts, didn't he, at world championship level. Jamie McDonnell. He went 13-0 with Dennis before he got greedy and left Dennis. But look, he has to be given credit for the longevity. He kept pulling out the wins. He went over there, didn't he? Twice abroad and won. So Jamie McDonnell, number 11. Shattered today. Number 10. It's Naseem Hamed. Naseem Hamed. In my opinion, a lot of people got carried away with Razzmatazz. When you scratch the surface on his record, it's a good record, but a lot of them were right timing, really good matchmaking, but he was knocking people out. But when he really came up against somebody, he got beat, didn't he? But I'm going to put Naz in at 10th for longevity and for what he achieved. He's in 10th spot. But I was never a big Naz fan. Never a big Naz fan. Jim Watt, number 9. He had a really good run with WBC, Jim Watt. You know, he had a really good run. Had some good victories on his record. So Jim Watt in at number 9. Number 8, a fantastic light heavyweight. A lot of people say it's best light heavyweight to come from this country. I don't believe that. I think Clinton Woods is the best. And I'm not just saying that because he's my pal. It's my pal. It's my pal. Pal of mine. I'm not just saying that because Clinton is my pal, but I just believe that Clinton's CV is a lot better than John Conte's. But John Conte at the time in the 70s, he was the darling, wasn't he? John Conte. So number 7. It's got 12-month test, 6-month tax, bodyworks on it. Fantastic porky. It's an Alan Minter. Get it more. It's a Minter. Alan Minter, Olympic bronze at light middleweight. Undisputed middleweight champion as a pro. Been in with some great guys. Alan Minter in number 7. Number 6. Thank you very much, Mr. Ethan. Who can remember Barry McGuigan? Do you remember them Barry McGuigan crisps that they used to have? I want a packet of Barry McGuigan crisps. I don't want Monster Munch or them bags of puffs. I want Barry McGuigan crisps when I come to the swimming baths to come out the vending machine. How come you've not got none in, Joan? Barry McGuigan. Yeah, he's got to be up there, hasn't he? Barry McGuigan. He's in Hall of Fame. He did a lot for boxing. And could you imagine Barry McGuigan fighting some of these now? A proper 15-round fighter with big shovel hands that'll take you out with either hand. So Barry McGuigan, in my opinion, he's the 6th best fighter from the UK, from these shores in the last 50 years. Well done, Barry McGuigan. Number 5. This will be controversial because his CVs, for all the hype around him, it's very similar to Anthony Joshua's CV. Spoon-fed. Chris Eubank Sr., or as he likes to be called these days, English. English. I'm going to put English in there because of what he did for the sport, because it was really in doldrums and he sort of like lit it up, didn't he? But, you know, he's only got 4 wins over world champions, no British title, no European title. Barry Hearn never had him from the beginning. He had him from, what, 8 fights in, then he signed with Barry Hearn. So, you know, he never had him from the beginning. Yet another world champion they haven't had from the beginning. They've only had Herbie Hyde from the beginning, haven't they? Well, Barry did anyway. But, so, yeah. So, Chris Eubank in 5th place. In 4th place, the ragamuffin man, Lloyd Honeyghan. Lloyd Honeyghan beat Donald Curry, who were pound for pound at the time. He was the king at the time, wasn't he, Donald Curry? He went over there and ripped them belts away from him in Atlantic City. I'll never forget him coming through the airport with all belts and flash suit on and all that. And what a fighter. His CV's unbelievable who he fought. So Lloyd Honeyghan. And then we've got the bronze medal position. I'll get loads of stick for these next 3, won't I? The bronze medal position. I'm going to put Joe Calzaghe in 3rd spot. Bronze medal. Yeah. He had a long reign, didn't he, as a super middleweight champion, but some of them defences were horrific. And if you don't believe me, go and look at Tyson Fury's opinion on it in an interview with Kugan Cassius. It's true. He was spoon-fed. They called him No-Show Joe in America. He had wins over Kessler, Jeff Lacey, and Robin Reed, but he didn't fight Kessler in Denmark. He wanted it in UK, didn't he? Jeff Lacey, undefeated. He was knocking everybody out. That was a good win. He took him to school, but he was kicking and screaming to the ring. But a fantastic fighter, good engine, could punch until his hands went. He vacated, didn't he? And he didn't. When he vacated, he didn't retire, did he? He vacated that belt while the Cobra was sat waiting for him. He didn't want that Cobra smoke, did he? And I don't think it's Joe's fault that when he fought, the big fights didn't happen. But it's more of a case of who he didn't fight, innit? Taylor. He didn't fight a Pete Hopkins, a Pete Jones. You know, Michael Nunn, people like that. James Toney. A lot of them were swerved, weren't they? So, bronze medal for Joe for the last 50 years. The silver medal, I'm going to give to Carl Froch, not because he's a pal of mine, for the fact that his CV, it's amazing, isn't it? When you look at it, one after the other, after the other, after the other. Forget the fact that, you know, he can be a little bit quirky, come out with stuff that's a bit dry. Not everybody gets his sense of humour. Forget all that. He's a boxer, isn't he? They've been hitting head, haven't they? They're all different. They're all special human beings, but everybody's a bit different. Some of them have got less brain cells than others. So Carl Froch, you know, 4-time world champion, British outright. You know, Carl Froch is the silver medal, 2nd best fighter in the last 50 years, in my opinion. And then the first person, the gold medal can only go to one man. He beat everybody he fought, Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis got 16 wins over world champions. Is it off? No, 14, I think. 14. Ali's got 16, hasn't he? 14 wins over world champions. More than any of that lot there. More than any of them. All right. And heavyweight division, and he just took everybody apart who he fought. And yeah, he got Mike Tyson at the right time, but that's not his fault, is it? That Mike Tyson was a convicted rapist, and he also battered an old couple, didn't he, up freeway, didn't he? Ooh, that'll hurt all you Mike Tyson fans. If somebody had done that round here, they'd be run out of my village. The house would be smashed to bits, wouldn't it? You know, a convicted rapist and knocking an old couple about. With these Americans and some of these Brits, they fawn over him, don't they? And like that. It's what we don't know that he's done behind the scenes, isn't it? Hey? So, Lennox Lewis. So, let me read them out. Robin Reed, David A. Ricky Burns, Johnny Nelson, Sonny Edwards, Anthony Crawler, RBI, Clinton Woods, Carl Thompson, and Anthony Joshua, Joint 12, Jamie McDonnell, Nazim Hamid, Jim Watt, John Conti, Alan Minter, Barry McGuigan, Lloyd Hunnigan, Chris Eubank, Lloyd Hunnigan, sorry, Joe Calzaghe, bronze, Carl Froch, silver, Lennox Lewis, gold. That's my top 20. What's your top 20? Hey, you don't have to come on Zoom. There'll be nobody coming on Zoom to do it. We've enough now for Zoom, though. The books are now closed for the time being. But that's my top 20. Great of the best British fighters of the last 50 years. So you can tell me yours in the comment section if you want. All right. Okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. That's about it, really, for today. Peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. Don't have nightmares.